Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Satisfactory. Falcon Phoenix here, and in case you're unaware, Satisfactory 1.0 has been out for a while, and I've decided to start a completely new playthrough because I want to see the storyline and all the new features that Coffee Stain has put into the game. In case you're unaware, Satisfactory is a first-person, open-world factory building game where you get to explore a huge map, build factories to your heart's content, automate processes, and I know they've changed some things, so I'm just going to kind of play through this like a fresh playthrough. I'll be using Satisfactory tools to calculate some production lines later on in the game, but I do not intend to use the interactive map on Satisfactory Calculator, just because I don't want to, plan it out too much. I want to kind of play the game with my ore scanner and see how things go. So without further ado, let's get going. All right, this is where we're gonna start. So it's a pretty good location. There's a limestone node back there. There's 3 normal iron nodes, and then there's 2 copper nodes. And so we'll get our wire and cable set up. We'll get some plates, screws, all the basics, everything that we need to get tiers 1 and 2 completed. And I definitely encourage you to run around, grab as many leaves and wood as possible, because biomass is not exactly available right here until we get the chainsaw. Once we get the chainsaw, then we can cut down some trees and be good. Let's start off by building the hub. So let's go ahead and let's just build it right there. That works. Then we're close to our iron and copper, so we don't have to run so far. I'm gonna get started by putting some wood in here. I'm just going to get some biomass going. So let's get a constructor here. I'm just gonna set it right next to it. We're not gonna run any containers or anything, but we're gonna get some biomass leaves going. Just enough till we get a little bit of biomass here, and then we're gonna swap that out. And biomass generators will only consume as much fuel as is needed, so they're pretty efficient, but we definitely want to automate things as soon as we possibly can. So while that's going, the absolute first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get our copper production going. So let's go clear off these nodes real quick. Let me get rid of these nasty flies. Oh my goodness, I hate flies. So we're going to clear off these nodes real quick.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies.
Let's get our miner here. Let's put our miner pointing out this direction. And same with this one. Get out of here, Bean. So we've got some copper ore being produced. Let's go ahead and throw down a couple smelters. Because you need so many power cables when you first get started, you end up going through your copper too fast. That's why this is always the first thing that I set up. And plus, when you go over to your hub here, and the first thing we want to get is logistics. I like the new UI. That looks nice. We definitely want splitters, so which requires 300 wire. So first thing I want to do is get some wire going. Because the first thing we're going to want to do is build a biomass generator. Well, we don't have enough wire. Now let's go ahead and put down a couple constructors. Get some wire going. And if we've done everything correctly, then we just need a little bit of wire and we can build a biomass generator. So now they actually have inputs where we can run belts into our biomass generators, which is awesome. I don't know how long we've been begging for that, but they've done it. So I'm actually going to set that up to where we can run a belt straight into it. And we'll just have to keep these ones full for now until eventually we don't need them anymore. Looks like I'm using up my resources here. So let's go ahead and get some iron going. So let's clear off these nodes real quick and get rid of the flies. And we'll start with some iron production. I'm just going to use these first ones here. I'm going to run those out here. We'll get a smelter here. Oh, of course, we're missing wire. That's why the first thing you always set up is wire. And since we have a decent amount of wire, it's pretty easy to craft cable early on, so I don't really automate that until we get our plates and rods going. So we'll just use this to get some cable going real quick. Alright. We'll store some of the stuff that we don't need right now. Cool. Now the next thing we're going to do is do that again. Need some reinforced iron plates. So let's go ahead and make 2 reinforced iron plates real quick. Get this belted up. Oh, so close. Alright, so we'll just do a little bit of handcrafting real quick. It's fine. It'll be fine. No one will talk about it. It's not a thing that we do all the time. Goal is automation. It's an automation game. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, there we go. We've got plates going. We need to get this powered up. Alright. Of course. Never fails. Always run into power problems, right? That's got biomass. That's got biomass. That does not have biomass. Just take some from here. Stick that in there. Ta-da! That should be enough just to get us going. Where we can build a couple more biomass generators. Look, our new factory is looking all good. It's all beautifully organized with perfect cable management, excellent belt work, fully automated power, and absolutely no concrete production at all. So let's about we go ahead and do that real quick? Let's make a miner and a constructor. And let's go get a little bit of concrete going. Hopefully we don't blow a fuse. So we need a miner and a constructor. So we need some reinforced iron plates, some cable, and of course concrete. That would only make sense, right? Because we want to get concrete production. It would only make sense that we need concrete for that. Got lots of wire. Let's make some cable. Need some screws so we can make some reinforced iron plates. Go grab some iron plates that hopefully we have got made here. As well grab what we have. Hopefully we got enough for a crafting bench. And let's take some power with us. And where is that limestone? Pretty sure that's the nearest one. Yep. So let's go ahead and take power down there. Place down our crafting bench. Get rid of some bugs. Clear off this node. And with the limestone that we're going to gather from this, eventually, one day, we're going to make some concrete. And now we have everything we need just to get a little bit of concrete production going. There we go. Cool. Got some cable production now. Let's go take care of our biomass situation. Oh, so if you look, we're right at what our max consumption would be. So that's going to be our next project, is to get another couple biomass generators down. Let's just do 3 of them. I think I'm just going to set those up right here because it's nice and open. And I'm going to do it just in a line here. Because when we get splitters, we can just run a splitter right in. And we're going to start unlocking some milestones. Let's go grab everything that we have so far, which will be some wire. Might as well grab the cable while I'm here, because we definitely want logistics so we can get splitters and we can semi-automate our biomass production. Because these only put out 20 megawatts, whereas these put out 30. So these are much more efficient, and that's kind of what we want. Let's split these up real quick. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's why I say when you first get started, you want to grab all the leaves and sticks that you possibly can. We're gonna go ahead and move this to over here. There we go. At least got one of them set up until we get splitters, and then when we get splitters, we'll run them right down and manifold it in. So if you look right here, they consume 10 per minute, and our belts are gonna be 60 per minute. So 4 of them should be good. Well, we have this, and we just need to wait on our plates and rods. So when those are all filled up, I'll meet you back here and we'll get logistics unlocked. There we go. We've got logistics. Let's see what we got here.
Milestone.
So we've got the lift. We've got the merger and the splitter. Awesome. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put splitters along here, and we're going to semi-automate this. That way we don't have to constantly be making trips to fill up our biomass generators with biomass. Here we go. That's kind of funky. Okay, whatever. It works though. Cool. So that's automated. I'll have to make another run here pretty soon, but we're doing good for now. Looks like our pod's back. All right, we're back at the hub and we've got everything we need. And I went ahead and filled up base building and field research. So maybe we can send them both off like we could in update 8. I don't know. Let's try it. Nope. So we've got base building. Now we're going to do field research when the pod comes back. And then we'll send it off in a minute and a half. And that will complete tier 1. Then we can start working on tier 2. Part assembly, obstacle clearing. We'll probably do obstacle clearing next. So field research, pretty easy one to do. We've got everything in there. So that's what we'll do. When it comes back, we'll send it off. I found a hard drive. And while I was out here, I almost have a full inventory, but I found a hard drive. So I'm definitely going to try to get alternative recipes going soon. That way, hopefully I can get cast screw before we make our first little starter factory. So I think I'm about done here. Let's go ahead and head back to the hub. All right, dropped off some leaves and wood. And I got some reinforced iron plates. So let's unlock Logistics Mark II. So now we have Mark II belts, which are good for 120 resources per minute, and part assembly will be our next one, and we might even have enough for that. So let's see, we've got that. Yeah, I bet you we have enough for all that. So all that's gone for 5 minutes. I'm gonna go collect these, so when it comes back we'll be able to go ahead and unlock part assembly. Once we get part assembly unlocked, we're gonna go ahead and make things look a little bit nicer, put them up on hopefully some foundations. Then we're going to start on our starter factory. So if you look over our spaghetti factory here, it doesn't look very good. We want to get things nice and organized. We've got stuff going off just random places. So what we're going to do, we're going to build out some foundations here, and we're going to get started on our first starter factory, which is going to produce all of the basic components we need so that we can get going on the space elevator phases. I'm going to go ahead and get started on building some of these, and when our drop pod comes back, we'll go ahead and unlock part assembly, which will help us get going on reinforced iron plates and rotors. Alright, I've got it all added in. We're going to send it off. We're going to unlock part assembly. So we've got the assembler. I found some rotors out there, so we should be able to make at least a few of them. Let's go continue on our platform over here, where we're going to build our starter factory. We're going to actually move this over there. So let's go build this out, and we'll start working on our first little factory. Alright, so I've got our foundations up here, and I think I'm going to do basically where I just have some smelters run out. I'll have machines line out that way, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build out some foundations, and I'm going to upgrade our biofuel production to solid biofuel so it lasts a little bit longer and it doesn't burn up so much fuel. And I will show you guys what that looks like when we get it done. Well, our solid biofuel production is set up. I have wood and leaves going into 2 separate constructors, making biomass. That biomass is being converted into solid biofuel. A little bit of storage, and it comes down into 14 biomass generators. So now I need to take all of our copper production and our iron production and bring it up here. And then once we get that going, then we're going to start putting down some assemblers so we can get reinforced iron plates, rotors, and modular frames automated. So I'll see you guys in a few while I work on that, and I'll get that stuff up here. Well, we've got our starter production done, and I'm going to walk you through a little bit about what we got going on. Over here's our iron ingot production, just being smelted down, which goes into a bunch of constructors making plates and rods. On the iron plate side, we have 2 constructors just making plates for their own container. And then we've got more constructors right here making plates, which goes into our reinforced iron plate production, which comes into the second container. Then over here we've got iron rods, and we have some iron rods coming into their own dedicated line. And we've got some iron rods going in for rotor production. Then we got some iron rods going in for screw production, which screws have its own dedicated line, and they also go into our reinforced iron plates and our rotor production. And that all comes in right here. Right here we just have our storage units, which are relatively close to the hub, so it's easier to grab stuff. Then back there we have our copper production, which produces wire and cable, again going into its own. So as of right now, we've got everything mostly automated. We don't have modular frames set up. So let's go ahead and finish up our hub. I've already filled these up, so we're gonna finish up our tier 2. So let's do the resource sync program. We'll send that off, and then when it comes back, we'll go ahead and send off for jump pads. Then we will be done with tier 2. We're going to build the space elevator, and we're going to get started on smart plating. So I think we're going to do that right over here. There we go. Built the space elevator. I like to watch this every time. Cool. Space elevator is built. So let's go finish up tier 2 with jump pads. And we'll start working on smart plating.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the project assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access. It is time to be on. Earth is in peril, and only Ficsit pioneers offer hope for survival. Ficsit is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Ficsit down.
Interesting. Humanity is waiting on us. Alright, so let's get started on phase 1. So we want an assembler. And smart plating, which is going to take reinforced iron plates and rotors. 1-to-1 ratio, so we need 50. So let's go grab 50 reinforced iron plates and 50 rotors. And we'll send that up to complete phase 1. Alright. Get it powered up. Easy enough. And we're going to make some smart plating, and we'll just get that sent straight into the space elevator. Cool. So while that's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and do some exploring. See if I can't grab some wood and leaves and everything for our biomass generation here. So a quick tip I have for you guys is whenever you are in the early game, you don't have access to signs. So you can't label things, so you don't know exactly what's in everything. But what you can do is you can just drop something just outside. It's like in here, I've got leaves. So I'll just come up to it, open up my inventory, I'll just split whatever, and I'll take one of them, and I'll just drop it right outside. So that way, you know what's inside of it. That's what I did over here. So I've got cable, wire, so on and so forth. That way I know what's in front of each container until you have access to signs so you can label everything. So while we're waiting on phase 1 to get completed, we're going to go ahead and build the M.A.M. Since we have all this good juicy stuff that we found, it's time to start researching. And I really like what they've done with the models here. Looks very, very nice. So we can do a hard drive, but that takes quite a long time to do. So let's go ahead and look at everything else first. Hatchers. All right, alien technology. A Mercer sphere. We found one of those. Mycelia. We found some of that. Nutrients. We've got barrel nuts. We also have bacon. We found a power slug, so we can do overclocking. That'll be awesome. We found some quartz. We definitely want blade runners, so go ahead and research silica. Blade runners are going to cost us a little bit, but we'll get those here pretty soon. Sulfur. We found some sulfur. Okay, so black powder we'll have to get so we can start getting some weapons. I think that's about all we found. Maybe we can make some alien protein. Definitely need to inflate that pocket dimension, so let's go grab some. What do we need for that? Some cable? We have cable. We have plenty of cable. I wonder how many alien DNA capsules we can make. Oh, cool. We can make 6 of those. So let's go ahead and do this one real quick. Cool, we get the rebar gun. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to start doing our hard drives. Cool, so we'll scan a hard drive. That'll take 10 minutes. And then we'll scan the other ones. All right, as we're waiting for our last smart plating to go into the space elevator, I'm gonna come up here and we're gonna send off phase 1 of the space elevator. I love the new animations. Those are awesome.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of Phase 1, the technologies of Tiers 3 and 4 will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production, personnel transportation, and many more. Completing Phase 2 of Project Assembly is your next main objective. New project parts will need to be produced and delivered to the space elevator as you have done previously. Continue to construct, automate, explore and exploit for a better Ficsit future.
That was lovely. All right, let's send it off. Because I want to watch this. Whoa, that's cool. That's good stuff. Good job, Coffee Stain. I'm proud of you. Let's go check out our next milestone that we're going to try. And let's see which one we want to do. Coal power. I like that. Well, left me no choice. We're going to have to go for coal power so we can get off of biofuel. Let's see what we've got so far. Maybe we can send it off right now. Need some reinforced iron plates. Need some more cable. All right, let's send it off for coal power. Yeah, there we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed as we got phase 1 completed of the space elevator. I'm so glad to be back playing Satisfactory as it's been a while. Now that 1.0's out, they have a lot of really great features. I want to see what the storyline has to offer. So with that being said, if you guys like this episode and you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.